Hello dear student, welcome back. I'm here again with the new one. New one is not exactly new and we are in the same topic and that is the determiner. And you can see over here, although my blackboard is very small and maybe not visible to you. It is here just behind me. That is interrogative determiner. Today we are going to discussing about the interrogatives. These are, do you know how many kinds and what are these determiner? Usually we get so much confused with the use of this determiner. Yes, in English grammar there are only three, right? There are only three determiner and these three determiners are what, whose and which. Usually we get confused with the use of determiner with what? Yes, with adverbs. There are some adverbs. But let me tell you that it is very different in nature and very different in their the purpose. So you can see here that whenever we are using what whose here in determiner, it applies for the noun, right? Just before the noun and above the noun and follow the noun, etc. is here in the determiner. As far as concerned about the adverb, and there is different kind of work and different purpose of doing that one, right? So here is that determiner are the what, which and whose, right? And used to frame question. Usually the determiners, these three determiner are used for the question because these are three which frame the question and ask the question right here. Ask question about noun and these determiner ask the question about noun and they're always followed by the noun and these are followed always by the noun here. So we should not get confused with the use of these three determiner with the adverb interrogative because adverb are and has some different work that cannot be applied here, right? Let's see. Here is some example with the help of what, which, whose, like at what time did you reach there, and you can say the what time did you reach here, and which school do you study, which school do you study, and in which school do you teach, etc. You can say, and whose shirt are you wearing, right? Whose shirt are you wearing? What is your birth date? What is your address for correspondence? What is your name? And the what can be used for various purpose. Whose can be used also used in the same way with the different perspective to asking the question by using noun. We can make use of what, whose and which with exclamation sentences also. How can I? Let's see here. You reach here what time? You reach here what time? Right? Which hotel are you staying in? Which hotel are you staying in? It's a way of conveying your thought, right? So, which child is this? Which child is this? Okay, which book do you like? In a general sense, which book do you like? This may be just the question. But when you express the same thing in a different way, in sign of एक तरह का exclamations में हैरानी के साथ, which book do you like? कौन सी book पसंद है आपको? ये मुझे वो नहीं like that. अच्छा, okay. Which book do you like? The same way you can write in the exclamation, right? And we also can use what, whose, and which in the future in indirect. Okay, indirect sense in the for future and a past purpose also. Let's see here. These are indirect question, right? These are indirect question which reflecting the future and maybe the past one, etc. So I wonder what will his response. I wonder what will be his response. I had no idea which way to go. I had no idea which way to go. Who was the man behind the curtain? Who was the man behind the curtain? Don't get confused with the who. right? It's an indirect form of whose here. There may be, we can take some more example. Yes, there may be some more example like what would you like to have with coffee? What would you like to have with tea? And which book did you asked yesterday? Right? There may be more question like in which company were you employed before? भी पहले कौन सी कंपनी में काम करते थे? And whose father is teacher in this school? And whose father, right? Whose father is there in the school? And who taught? And yeah, the same way we can take some other example like what is your address for the permanent correspondence, and which novel do you like, and what are the responsibility of a teacher? एक टीचर की क्या रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी होती है, and whose glasses are these, and you can say whose park is there, whose car that has been parked there, ये किसकी कार है which has been parked there, whose car is this, right? These are some of the example. It is pretty clear that these are the kind of determiner in which we put the question, in which we raise the questions about noun, right? That's it. That was something about your interrogative determiner. See you soon in the next video.